Hello friends, this is Rajdeep. Welcome to Learning Insight for UGC-NET-JRF Paper 2 Social Work. डिस्कस करेंगे previous year questions Paper 3 December 2012 and this is your video number 4 Part A. डिस्कस करेंगे with base explanations. So वीडियो स्टार्ट करने से पहले एक लाइक दे दीजिए and if you are new in my channel then please subscribe it because you will get all the videos for which will help you to crack NET and JRF in social work. So let's start. Development social work aim at. So what is the aim of developmental social work? So we know that optimum utilization of resources. This will be the developmental aim of social work. Optimum means as much as possible. It is not maximum. It's maximum within your capacity. This can be a maximum, but optimum as much as you can utilize your resources. This will be the aim of development social workers. Now next question, the sociopathology means what does the what sociopathology means? The sociopathology means the study of origin and its nature and causes of social ills. So social pathology means the study of its origin, nature and cause of social ills. Now next question, okay, you have to match the theories with the proponents. So phenomenological theory was proponents was Carl Rogers. The psychoanalytic theory, analytical theory was propounded by Sigmund Freud. Then motivational theory was developed, we know, Abraham Maslow, that is Maslow, and learning theory, that is Skinner. So this will be your correct sequence. Phenomenological theory, that is Carl Roger, psychoanalytical Sigmund Freud, then motivational theory Maslow, and learning theory Skinner. Next question, international year in the chronological of their observance by UN ascending order. Okay, so you have to ascending the order so that in a chronological way of the international years. So international year of child, it was, you will not get in your exam this kind of years which I have given for you to understand or you to remember which come first, which come later. So international year of child that was observed in 1979. International years, international women years, that was observed in 1975. International year of elderly persons, it was observed in 1999, and then international year of family, that was observed in 1994. So your chronological order will be first, that is 1975, then it is 1979, then 1994, and then 1999. So this will be your correct chronological order. The next question, family counseling is, okay, family counseling is our micro social work practice because family therapy and individual counseling are included under the micro umbrella. So we have three division, that is micro, macro, and micro, meso, and macro. So this will be this family counseling or individual counseling is come under our micro social work practice level. Now next question, the function of professional social workers is empowering and capacity building of the oppressed section of society. So yes, function of social worker means our function is to empowering and capacity building of the oppressed section, means दबा हुआ आदमी के capacity building and empowering is the responsibility of or function of social workers. Yes, this is correct. Then professional social worker have the requisite skill, sensitivity to deal with the problems of oppressed section of the society. Yes, हम लोग को professional skills develop करना है and sensitivity develop करना है to deal with the problems of the oppressed section in दबा हुआ आदमी के और society के development के लिए. So this both will be the correct. Now next question, the joint family system is disintegrating modern India. Yes, joint family system is dividing in modern India, and transition from agrarian to industrial economy is responsible for disintegration. Yes, both are correct because and R is the correct explanation of A also, because joint family nowadays is dividing. There is no joint family concept is there in now present time mostly. And transition from aggregate, yes, there was earlier there was a agriculture based India, but now it is a industrial economy based you can say. So is the responsible for this disintegration? Yes, a modern economic system is responsible somehow you can say. So both are correct, and R is the correct explanation of A. Now next question, what percentage of seat in education institution are reserved for scheduled caste in India, means for SC? So you should know for all, because 15% reserved for SCs. Now 7.5 for STs, 15% for SCs, and 27% reservation for OBCs. So 7.5 ST for ST, 15 for SCs, and 27 for OBCs. Next question, what is not a function of welfare state? So we know that to cater the materialistic needs of the population is not our aim. Welfare state, materialistic something that is it's not basic, or it's not essential needs of populations, but basic needs, to fulfill the basic needs is also a function of welfare state, but materialistic needs is not of the need, not function of a welfare state, because to meet the need of disadvantaged population, yes, it's correct. To bridge the gap between the poor and the rich, yes, it's also a function of welfare state. To provide specific services on subsidies basis in the area of health and education, yes, they are also providing, but materialistic is not a function of welfare state. Now, which is not a developmental characteristic of adulthood? Remember, not a developmental characteristic of adulthood. So enuresis is not a development characteristics of adulthood, because nocturnal enuresis is also called bedwetting. Bedwetting can occur up to the age 5 as per the normal childhood development. So bedwetting is occur normally in the age of 5 or before, or in case of some problem, then there is a bedwetting situation is there, but normally it's not a characteristic of adulthood. So in adult it can be cause in adult it may happen by the cause of alcohol and intoxications. So normally this is not a bedwetting is not a characteristic of adulthood. So enuresis is not a characteristic of adulthood, and these rest are characteristic of, because adjusting to the role of the head of the family is characteristic of, earning for aging parents is also duty of adulthood, and saving for future is also a duty of adulthood. So enuresis is not a characteristic of adulthood. Now match the following. Early childhood is working time, declining age is adjusting to loss of partner. Yes, this is declining age, means death of husband or death of wife. So it is called declining age, loss of partner. Late adult childhood, that is getting used to living away from parents. Yes, late childhood is a time when we went for that is a living away from our parents. Now adulthood is a competence at work. Yes, this is the time we mostly fall on this, because after your postgraduate you will fall on the competence in the work. So this will be your adulthood period. So this will be your sequence and the matching, correct matching. Now correct sequence. Okay, so first you have to if somebody referred to you, then you will get a person. Once they refer, you will take interview, and so once you took interview, then you have to do home visit of the family, and then only you can diagnostic summary you can write. So first when we find a case, normally it's refer case, then we will took interview, then you do home visit, and after that we can write summary about the person, or it normally a case. So this will be your sequence. First 4, 3, 2, 3, 2 and 1. Who made the following statement? Problems are unmet needs. We all know that H.H. Perlman, he has written in his book Social Casework, a problem solving process. So he has written the book Casework, Social Casework, a problem solving process, and here he mentioned the problems are unmet needs, which is not a principles principle of casework. So not a principle of social casework. We know that specific objectives is not a principle of casework because it is the principle of social group work. Confidentiality is a principle of social casework, individualization is a principle of casework, evaluation is also a principle of casework, but specific objectives is not a principle of casework because it is a principle of group work. Is not a principle of group work. Now you have to find out principle of different attitude towards members. No, it never be a principle of any of our social work principles because indifferent attitude towards member is not our this one is not our professional ethics because we have the individualization, every individual is unique, this kind of attribute we have. So we cannot treat differences between individuals. Now so we have to understand what are other points still. Recognition of unique differences of each individual, yes, correct. Appropriate modification of group processes, yes, it's happened. Enabling group members to involve themselves in the process of problem solving, yes, these are also correct. But principle of indifferent attitude towards member is not a correct. Now which one of the following is a reference group? So what is a reference group? A reference group, a group taken to evaluate one's own aspects of life, is called a reference group. So occupation group is not a reference group. A relative longer group is not a reference group. A group which allows for social mobility is not, as I say, that just only group taken to evaluate one's own aspects of life is called a reference group. Is a reference group. Which one of the following is not a defense mechanism? So confrontation is not a defense mechanism. So what confrontation means is a fight or argument. Example, there is a violent confrontation between the police and the demonstration. So it's not a sublimations is a defense mechanism, rationalization is defense mechanism, projection is also defense mechanism, but confrontation is not a defense mechanism because it's a fight or argument. The practice of social group work is important for social action. Yes, group work because after group work we have community organization, then only we go for social action. So there is a important for social group work, community organization for social action. Social action is essentially a group activity. Yes, both are correct, and R is the correct explanation of A also, because social action is only possible through the some kind of activity, whether group or community activity. Now next question, program planning in group work practice include it's include all of the above because group members participate is needed in group work practice, group members interest also needed, program content also needed, so all of these are correct. Now the model of community organization propounded by Ruthman is, he has developed the locality development model, and others three models of community organization which was developed by him is that locality development model, after the social planning and the social actions. So this will be your correct answer. If they ask what are the models they develop, then you can say locality, social planning and social action. Next question, bottom up concept related to micro planning is a down toward up. So that is called bottom up concept, it's down to top. Then Venn diagram is one of the commonly used method in this participatory rural appraisal. This is PRA. Venn diagram is one of the important practice in PRA. So you have to remember, and this is one of the important methods in PRA also. Now next question, the effort of initiating community chest at the level of local community are quite few in India at present. Yes, it's correct. Had there been developed, have there been better effort at the level of community to pool together the social resources, the community life in India would have been much better. Yes, both are correct, because in our this somehow both are correct because the situation we know in India. Next question, international initiative, national origin. Now DFID was origin in UK, USAID origin in nation, that is USA, CIDA origin Canada, then DANIDA, origin in Denmark. So C for Canada, DEN for Denmark, USA is USA ID USA, and DF you have to remember, DF ID is Canada, UK. So this will be your correct sequence. Now next question. Research design that explain the relationship between variable is your experimental design. In experimental design, research design that explain the relationship between the variables. In others we don't have this kind of explanations actually. Now semi interquartile range is also known as quartile deviation, because the semi interquartile range SIR, also called quartile deviation, is a measure of speed, So semi quartile range is also known as quartile division and is a measure of speed. Now the degree to which an instrument really measures what it intend to measure is called validity. Validity is the extent to which the scores actually represent the variable they are intended to. Validity is a judgment based on various type of evidence. So validity is one of the most most important measure in research also, and any degree of instrumental testing. So it's a judgment based on various type of evidences. Now this find out the sequence, correct sequence. Okay, so this we all know that selection of topics. First you have to select your topic, then review of literature, then review of literature, then collection of data. Once you collect the data, then you go for analysis, and once you have analyzed, then you go for report writing and interpretation. So first you have to select in topic, then you go to reviewing of literature, whatever literature available. After once you collect the once you have done review of related literature, then you collect the data, and then only after coming from field you have to analyze the data, and once after analyzing you will write your report and interpretation. Interpretation is nothing but this is writing in your own words and illustrations with example or suitable examples. So report writing and interpretation will go together. So this will be your correct sequence. The next question: to improve the visibility of professional social work, much of its research should be action oriented. Yes, it's correct. Lack of action research is not only the reason for limited visibility of professional social workers. Yes, both are true, but one is not linked with other, because it's not a matching. It's talking about the visibility of professional social worker, and it's talking about research area. So this is not linking with one another. So both are correct, but R is the not correct explanation of A. Now Chipko movement was activist was Sundarlal Bahugunakar, then Narmada Bachao Andolan Medha Patkar, then Lokpal Andolan, that is Anna Hazare, Western Ghat Bachao, that is Madhav Gadgil, the activist. So this will be your correct matching. The logical sequence of various stages in program management. So first you have to identify the felt needs. Once you identify the felt needs, what the people feel their needs, then you will go for project formulation. After that you have to monitor and evaluate your project, and then you start recording. So this will be your correct 3, 2, 1, 4. Now which is not a social activist? Arundhati Roy is a social activist, we know. Medha Patakar is also social activist, we know. But Dr. P.D. Kulkarni is not a social activist. Anna Hazare is a social activist, we know. So Dr. P.D. Kulkarni is not a social activist. The welfare program based on social policy in India are not provided in one of the sectors mentioned below. So this is entertainment. Normally social policy is not for entertainment, is for mainly for basic needs. This is health, education, employment. This will be our prioritized area. Entertainment is not a social policy of India. Any social programs are not based on the effective affirmative actions policies. which program is that? Program for industrial growth. Affirmative action is a set of policies that support member of disadvantaged group. So industrial growth is not a support for any disadvantaged group. So this is not a based on affirmative actions, but what others are? Programs to meet the economic needs of the poor, yes, correct. Specific program for the development of scheduled caste, yes, for SC is okay. Program for welfare of women, yes, it's needed, but program for industrial growth is not a affirmative actions. Next one. The role of professional social work is empowering and capacity building for the oppressed and marginalized section of the society. Yes, this is correct. And professional social work have the requisite skills and sensitivity to deal with the problems of such section of the society. Yes, both are correct, and this is also repeating questions. Both are correct, and R is the correct explanation of A also. This is all about. Hopefully आपको ये सीरीज़ पसंद आ रहा होगा, एंड आपको अगर पसंद आता है तो प्लीज़ डू शेयर, लाइक एंड सब्सक्राइब एंड प्रेस द बेल आइकन सो दैट आपको नेक्स्ट वीडियो इमीडिएटली मिल जाए. एंड यू कैन ऑल्सो ज्वाइन माई टेलीग्राम चैनल फॉर ऑल वीडियोज़, टिप्स एंड सजेशन. Join my Google Classroom for complete study materials, and you can also like my Facebook page.